Good morning and welcome again to Channel O. Today I thought I'd try something different. I try to work out, try to do something every day, and lately I've been having problems with my foot through plantar fasciitis. So that restricts some of the aerobic stuff I can do. But anyway, I thought I'd put this up, see how long it takes me to do some basic exercises, and I mean basic. I guess I won't do the strength stuff today. And all I got a couple dumbbells, got a kettlebell downstairs, and I have resistance bands. I don't think I'm going to be using the bands today. Like I said, this is something I want to see if I can do every day. These are basic things. There's going to be a warm-up, then there'll be a little kind of a flexing kind of thing, and then I'll do some legs, and then I'll go downstairs and do some kettlebells and come up here and do some core stuff. Anyway, that's what we're going to try. So I've got my activity watch on, and I want to see how long this takes and how many calories it burns. And plus it's kind of fun to have this thing. So anyway, not going to have any background. I'll be talking to the camera occasionally, but I'm going to start out, and a lot of this stuff I've got off YouTube and the internet, and one of the places I want to praise is a place called HASFit, H-A-S-F-I-T. There's this couple, and they are, I guess it's Heart and Soul Fitness. I have copied a lot of the stuff they do. But anyway, there's tons of stuff out there. So you can just see this. This is going to be some old guy trying to exercise. So I'll start out with warm-ups. And what I do is just march in place for a bit. And then I'll raise my hands, trying not to hit my ceiling. I live in the mountains, and this is an older mountain house. I don't even know how long I do this for. I just do it until I feel like I'm warmed up a little bit, and then I kind of stop it. So this is the first stuff I do. Again, like I said, it's just a warm-up. And then, maybe you can do some of this if you want to. Just get your hands moving, get your pulse up a little bit. I'm already out of breath. Anyway, and then do a little flexibility stuff, a little stuff to do. Now, I guess I said I wouldn't use a resistance band, but I think I will. You'll see it. Anyway, do that for a while. Okay, so got my arms going. Maybe I can move this out of the way a little bit. See if I'm in place again. Obviously you can do this anywhere. So let's see what I'm going to do next. I'll do some kickbacks. I've seen people do this, and they just kind of kick backwards like that. And I found that if I lean over and push back, it gives my quads, so you see that, a better stretch. I don't know if it's good or bad, it's just what I do. Not hard, just doing it. All right, so now I'll do some of these. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, good. Looking at the way I control my cameras through this, and it's working, so that's good. All right, then I'll do this, these hinges. The deal on this, I bend my legs a teeny bit. The object on this is to get your glutes to work. That's not true. Yeah, maybe these are. I call them hip flexors and stuff, but I might be using wrong terms when I talk about it, but you'll get the picture. So what you're doing is you're hinging and going forward, bending your knees a little bit, but the object is to go back. Push your butt backwards first, then bend down and up, and then push forward, and that kind of stretches your glutes. I've heard that. So anyway, we'll just do this a bit. I'm going to do some kettlebell swings in a little later, and this is the basic motion. This also is what you're going to do kind of when you squat. You hinge. I mean, the big deal is hinging. I guess push back, keep your back straight, looking up. That's for your squat. We'll do that in a minute. But this is just a warm-up for that. It's not just bending forward. The big deal is push your butt back. Come up, stretch forward. I feel the stretch is kind of in my hamstrings too, so I guess that's important. Okay, all right, so much for that. Normally I have 60s on 6 or 60s gold plain, but I thought I'd try that, not having that. It's Flash Phelps. Thought that might be distracting. So like I said, just some old guy. I'm kind of resting, out of breath. All right, so now I'll do these stretch backs. So what I'm going to do, these are kind of like you're going back, looking back, and I think the idea is to stretch your quads and stuff. That's not right, not stretch your quads. Stretch your core muscles a little bit. So what you do is you're standing up straight, take a step back with whatever foot you're using, whichever one I chose right, and then at the same time you take that hand and twist. So twist, twist, and you kind of look back over your twisting shoulder and you stretch. So I do this. I like this. I feel like I'm actually doing something with it. So we'll do a few of these. Lord knows my form isn't great. Like I said, I'm just trying to see how long this takes, see how many calories I burn, and maybe it can help some other people do the same thing. This stuff isn't hard. Okay, so I did that. Now I'm gonna just do a couple squats, just a few, literally, before I get into something else, just to kind of warn my quads and knees that, oh, you're gonna do some squats or some leg exercises. So when you do a squat, I know this part's true, you put your feet about shoulder width apart with your feet pointing just slightly outward, okay? Now, instead of just going straight down, this is where the bending part is, you hinge, the hinging part. Hinge, put your back like you're pushing into a wall behind you. You can put your arms out to counterbalance. Then you go down, and then you come up again. Okay, you just do these a few times. Big deal for me is I couldn't do these at all, even a year and a half ago. I mean, I just couldn't go down that far. Even now, I can't go down too far because this knee won't bend all the way. But I am going down in a full squat, so keep your back bent and you're looking up. Push out, go down, up, squeeze forward, push out, go down, go. Okay, so I guess I'll do a couple of those from the side just so you'll see. So push out, keep your back straight, kind of look up and go up and down. Yeah, well, that about kills me. So it's hard to do this stuff and talk at the same time. So anyway, now I'll do something, it's called a reverse lunge. Don't know about technique too much, but with a reverse lunge and with a squat, when you go down, I'm gonna start here, take a step back, and then kind of sit back into it, okay? Just like this. Didn't do it that well. The object is when you go and do this, look down, you want to make sure your knee doesn't go forward such that it's past your toe, okay? So when you do this, keep your knee back. I alternate. So your knee, I'll go down here, is not over your toe. Okay, see how my knee's not? I guess that has something to do with putting too much stress on your knee. This is hard to balance too. If you want to do this, hold on to something. Makes it easy. You'll see me tipping over quite a bit when I do this. And you can rest if you want, it makes it harder. You don't slam into the ground, but I am touching my knee, my rear knee, to the ground when I do it. Whoop. Not a piece of cake exercise, but it's good for you. Okay, I'm guessing I hit 10 on each side. Maybe not. I don't know if I'm going to edit this breathing stuff out of this. You know what? Let me see if I can do a couple of those from the side so you can see it. So, she's quite in the way. So, starting here, just make sure you have enough room to go back. Go back. Keep your knee behind your toe. Okay? Probably the slower you do it, the better. You don't have any momentum. All right. Okay, that was that. Now, let's see. Look, you guys are breathing hard, more power to you. I'm breathing hard because I came back here. I've been here 2 more weeks. I've been here about 2 weeks. I'm at 7,400 feet in altitude, so I was gone for about 4 or 5 months. Still haven't, really gotten my breathing back. So sorry you guys have to suffer with that. Like I said, I'm not going to do I do other routines here, and right now I'm just resting. But I'm trying to do kind of like core stuff here. So, you know what? I'm going to do a twisting thing, and maybe this is one I told you I wasn't going to use an exercise band, but I am. So these are my resistance. Sorry, out of frame there. This is my resistance band. Try not to shake the camera too much. So I use these instead of going to the gym. I've gotten out of that habit, and I really love the gym here. Maybe I'll get back to it. Anyway, I use the resistance bands for this kind of stuff. So I'm just going to do, this is kind of abdominal strengthening. It's not a big deal. I just have it anchored. You can anchor it to a doorknob or whatever. I have found that I just do a few of these, that the closer your elbows are in, right? This is a basic leverage principle, lever, fulcrum, etc. The easier it is to do, okay? So, if you want to make it harder, put your hands farther out. Anyway, just doing a little stretching and strengthening here. All right. So I'll tell you what, hold on for 1 second. I don't know if you can hear my furnace running, but it is, and it's getting a little warm. So I'm getting a little warm. Stand by while I turn it down. Okay, so that was that. Now, what I want to do, they say there's basic exercises seniors should do routinely, and like I said, every day. All that stuff, I can do that every day, so can you. What I'm going to do is something called a goblet squat, okay, and that's, if the goblet, you're holding a goblet, it's like this. This is the position that you're going, okay? But you're holding something. For me, this is just a 15-pound weight. We'll do that lightly. And I'm just gonna do a couple sets of 8 or so. Remember what I said, bend back and go down. So thrust back, you're hinging, right? So your knees are bent, hinge, you go down, and go up. Go down, and come up. Come down. This is 3, 4, 8, 9, 10. All right, put the weight down. If you're gonna do this, well, these are good for you. So I'm doing, I think I'm gonna go for 3 sets of 10, but I have a kettlebell downstairs. You can do the same with that. You go while you hold the weight here, taking it. It's like a goblet, right? So it's a goblet squat. So, variation on that, you have 2, and I do, you can do this, rack position, go down, up, down, okay, enough of that. That's hard. We'll pretend that I did 3 sets of that. So, anyway, that was the goblet squat. Let me think if there's anything else I was going to do up here. As I pant, there is another kind of strength exercise that you could do. It's like a combination exercise. I'm not good at it. I'll show you what it is though. No, I'm not form. I can't go up high from here. But it's something like rack position, down, up, down, curl, curl a couple times, curl once. It's all meant to be one thing. Down, up, press it up, down, back, down, up, curl. And I screwed these up totally, but this is unrehearsed, right? So anyway, that would be part of a different routine. I thought I'd throw that in. All right. I'm gonna keep moving a little bit. I'm gonna go downstairs and one of the things I wanted to say is you should do some kind of, if you got a routine, do a push-pull thing. Before I go downstairs, we'll do a pull routine. Okay, you can do pull-ups if you want, but I'm going to use this. I don't know if I'm in it. So, all I'm going to do is some upright rowing with this. Again, resistance band. You're trying to squeeze your shoulders together behind you, but you're also using your forearms and your biceps and your shoulders and a little bit of your lats. So I'm just going to throw this is, I think, one of the few pulling exercises we'll do. Again, these are it's kind of like an off day. It's stuff I want to do all the time though. Squeezing your shoulders behind you. Uh-oh. Stand by. That was good though. Still, there we go. All right, my device disconnected for a moment. Now it's back. And it shows I'm still recording. All right, that was the pulling part. Might do another pulling one downstairs. But I have my kettlebell downstairs, and that's where I'm going to do some in the basement. And we're still recording. So I have in my basement over here, I've got a pull-up bar. I think you can see that. I used to use this a lot. Can't really do pull-ups too well anymore because my left shoulder doesn't cooperate. But I still have it, and I do some stuff here. This is where I do triceps. Maybe I'll put that into another set. Anyway, got a kettle. I keep saying kettlebell, apparently. I mean to say kettlebell, and I'm out of frame a lot. This is a 25-pound kettlebell. I just got this. I've been lifting weights since my NOPD days back in 1980. I've never used a kettlebell before, about a week or so ago. But apparently it gives you good results, and it's kind of fun. So I'm going to do some kettlebell swings. So same thing. This has got something you're going to want to be a little careful with. This is a 25-pound weight. I don't care what. You can start without. Actually, I'm going to do it without a weight. What you're doing, remember that hinge stuff I talked about? You're hinging with your hands down. Okay, and you're not going like this. I'm using my shoulders to lift my hands. That's not what you're doing. You're hinging and you're thrusting forward with your hips. Okay, apparently this is a great core exercise, and you're swinging the kettlebell with it. Okay, so you pick the kettlebell up, hold it, square yourself off, and then hinge. So you let the momentum go. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Set that down. In between these, I do, again, shoulder issues. I used to do a bunch of push-ups. I like push-ups. I like pull-ups. Left shoulder problematic. So I'll come here, and I know you can't see it, but I've got like little shelves here, and I'm going to do a wall push-up on it. All right, I did 15 of those. Oh, you really can't see it well, and I'm sorry about that. Anyway, it's just a push-up on a wall. There's a shelf. I can't do it all the way down on my toes like I used to, but this is helpful. Anybody can do that. Let's see. So wall push-up is this, except my hands are spread out. Right? You're just going down, up, down, up. The resistance is determined by how far you stand out. Okay, so that's a wall push-up. It's good to start. If you don't have shoulder issues, do it on the ground, and you can start, instead of a full push-up position, do it with your knees instead of your toes. But if you do a regular push-up, do it. So, all right, I was going to do 3 sets of these, not happening. This will be my second set of the kettlebell with the wall push-up. So, here we go. Remember, you're standing in place. The reason I do this with the kettlebell in the basement is if I let it go, there's not a whole lot of stuff that's going to fly into. I could see me breaking windows and stuff like that upstairs. So, get in position, feet are shoulder width, point it out a little bit, just like you're doing a squat. Bend your knees a bit, hinge back, grab the kettlebell, right? You guys can see that? So we're swinging it. Using your hips, not your shoulders. Make sure you've got a good grip on it. Bend down, throw it forward. I'm going to call this 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Kettlebells down. You should go right into that push-up thing without trying to catch your breath. See how well that works for me. So I'll do a few of these. Who's 10? All right, that was 15. I was gonna, I don't do lats on my normal day, on the thing I'm trying to incorporate every day. I don't really do lat pull downs well on this either. And as I told you, my shoulders are pretty messed up. But let me do one real quick. These are some resistance bands, right? This isn't the kind of, well, this is an actual band. Instead of those stretchy things with your hands on them, you can't use the stretchy things with your handles on them to support your weight. These support your weight to a certain extent. So what I'm going to do is just attach it to that and do maybe 3 pull-ups so you can see how you could do it with this. This is a pretty high resistance band. So by me using the band, it effectively removes the amount of weight I'm lifting, so I can do a little bit better form and stuff. This is just going to be for lats, not really a pull-up. So I'll put this here, and I'd show you facing. My back's going to have to be to you, and that's, I apologize for it, but it's not set up. The bar's not set up that way. It's a nice bar, bought it on Amazon. If you pull it the wrong way, it comes down. So you don't want to pull it the wrong way. So this way, weight is here, got tons and tons of resistance. It's not going anywhere. So, my watch is talking to me. It says,
128 beats per minute.
I don't know what it says because I can't read it, but at 30 minutes I did something. I guess I've got 218 calories at 30 minutes. All right, anyway, I loop the resistance band here. All I'm going to do, some people put it around their foot. This won't stretch that long. I'm just going to put it around my knee. So here, I'll move this over a little bit so you can see it better. There, I think that's still locked on me, so that's good. So, pull it down, put my knee in it. This is a little bit more advanced, right? No, hang, just come up. And make sure when you let it go, you hold on to it so it doesn't slap you in the face. Anyway, that really hurt my shoulder. So that's not what I was intending to do today. That's why we only did a few of them. If you're going to do this kind of stuff, if you can do just a regular pull-up, good for you. And I can do regular pull-ups, but I can't extend all the way. So anyway, we're going to go back upstairs, did the kettlebell down here, did that stretchy stuff. If I was doing a normal routine, like a strength routine, this is where I would do my triceps and things like that. Maybe I'll incorporate that in another video, but that's where I would do it. And there's a couple triceps exercises. Anyway, we're going to go back upstairs, and I think we'll finish off getting close. This hasn't taken that long. I think we're at, I wish I could see it. So we're at 33 minutes. So far, this is not a bad routine. If you can do this every day, it's good for you. We'll head upstairs and do some core stuff. Anyway, what I want to do is some core stuff. Actually, there's one core thing I want to do. That's a plank. Okay, I think probably everybody out there knows what a plank is. But it's supposed to be great for abdominal stuff. So plank, see if I'm still in this. I'm going to get down on the ground on my forearms, keeping my back straight on my tippy toes. And all I'm going to do is hold it. Maybe hold it for 10 seconds, maybe hold it for 15 seconds. Sometimes I do reps on this, sometimes I don't. But when you try it, you'll feel how much it hurts through here. I'll show you an easier way to do it after I do this first one. So can't tell. Let me move this down so I can see. Also, this kills time and gives me a rest opportunity. All right, here we go. Let's see if you can see this. Up on my tiptoes and back's straight. And I just hold this for a while. Let's see if I can get a side view on this in a minute. I'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. All right, that's a plank. I didn't hold it for very long, didn't need to. I really can't get the side view on this very well, but let's see if I can. It looks stupid. So, try this. That's a plank. Okay? Now, easier way to do it is same position, okay, down here, except you go up on your knees. See how much easier that is? Oh. Try to keep, I think my back straight, I can't really tell. Just hold this. And that's actually how you do, I showed wall push-ups, I'll show you a knee push-up real quick. Same thing on a knee push-up. If you're gonna do knees, go down like this, right? So I'm on my knees. Show you in side view, knees. Anyway, that's tough on my shoulders, but you saw the plank. All right. Getting up is a good thing to do anyway. So, you know, you see people, I'll show you here, thinking in frame, you know, when you have to get up, this is an exercise in and of itself. Some, you know, people when you get old, it's like, okay, here we go, I'm gonna get up. Here we go. And roll up. Or you can get your little easy chair that lets you automatically get up. But that's a way to get old real fast. So when you get up, exercise, you know, just don't use momentum. You can put your hands out for counterbalance. I do. Just go like this and stand up. Okay, sit down. It's a squat, right? We're doing squats. Except you're using the chair to do it. Simple. So, I wanted to say one more thing. There's some guy on YouTube, Eric Daw, middle-aged black guy. He's always in a little gym setting, and he does exercises for seniors. Excuse me. I wanted to make sure I said something about him because I got a lot of stuff from him too, but they're all old people stuff. Okay, and today, remember, I was just doing core stuff. That's why I'm not trying to steal his action or anything like that. The sitting up, sit, stand, that's all over the place, but he does a real good version of it. He shows you how to do squats, kind of like I did, only everything he does is better. So, I think I'm gonna do one more thing, and I don't do it well, but I thought I'd throw it in because, again, I'm just doing this. I'm trying to record what my workout would be without throwing my, basically arms. This is just something I'd like to do every day. All right, this thing is called a Turkish Get Up. And I'm not gonna do it right. I'm gonna try, but you guys can look at it on the internet. It's an exercise in and of itself, but if you can do it and you do a couple of these as part of your routine, it exercises a lot of muscle groups. What it is helping you get up off the ground, and they show you how to do it, but they do it, I'll tell you the way you're supposed to do it, and then you can see the way I do it. Anyway, you're laying down on the ground. You see if I've got all this right. All right, so you're gonna get up from this position. You know, but you're gonna do it in a particular manner. Let me get back here a little bit. So, first I'm gonna do it on my left side. I'm gonna roll to my left side. So to do that, you start on the ground, put whatever side you're gonna use as your support side, put your hand out at a 45-degree angle, okay? So I'm gonna come up, also, sorry, I forgot this part. You're putting your opposing arm or side up. Knee is up, one leg's down. You're gonna roll this way, okay? So you wouldn't roll that way, right? It doesn't make sense. So you're gonna roll this way. So you put your hand up, put your knee up, and you're supposed to put this hand up to follow it. You're supposed to have a weight here. I don't have it. So put your hand here, you're up, and you're starting to roll. All right, so I'm kind of rolling. I'm up off. I've got this leg's kind of coming up. This is going to move a little bit. And from here, I'm going to move this hand. Now I'm in a sitting position, right? I'm kind of straight up. This is the hard part. Someplace on YouTube said this is where you stop to practice a lot. You're going to arch your back a little and swing your left leg underneath. So in this step, I'm supporting myself on my left arm. Okay? Up. Now I'm down on my knee, right? So now I can get up. I'm still looking upward supposedly. I'm not. And then, like I showed you, you're just getting up. That's the Turkish Get Up, except that's only half of it. Then you come down, same thing. Okay, you're ideally looking up at your weight. Don't know why. Put your hand down for support, right? Swing out. Now you're down. Use your elbow, and you're down again. Okay? I'll try to do that once. So, legs up, arms down, this arm's up. You start your roll, reposition this. Okay? You're straight up now. Looking up straight. Arch, swing the leg under. Stand up. There you have it. All right. That's the end of this. See how long we took. Well, I appreciate your watching, although I don't even know if I'm going to post this. It's been 43, almost 44 minutes with a lot of rests in between and some stuff you don't have to do. I probably will post this. So, once again, this is Channel O. I appreciate you watching. As my sign-off always is, if you have a chance, take the high road. So long.